Somewhere along your path, you were taught to care, to feel intensely, to take everything personally. That was your first error. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every insult that ever broke you came from this one flaw. You let the world touch your inner world. Machiavelli did not. He observed from afar, studying people the way a surgeon studies illness, not with emotion but with precision. He understood something the weak will never understand. If you want peace, you must first eliminate your sensitivity. You must train yourself to become immune to love, to hatred, to praise, to shame. No one can hurt you when you are emotionally invisible. No one can manipulate you when you refuse to feel what they expect. No one can defeat you when your heart is unreachable and your mind is the only power you obey. This is not about being cold, it is about being free. In this video, we will show you how to escape emotional slavery and rise into your final form. A man no one can influence. A man Machiavelli would respect. You want to become untouchable. You want to live in a way where no betrayal, no insult, no loss can disturb you. But first, you must destroy the illusion that keeps you weak. The belief that you truly matter to others. Most people walk through life with a tragic misunderstanding that if they are kind, honest, and loyal, others will treat them the same. That their emotional openness will be answered with care. But Machiavelli understood a darker reality. People do not act out of love. They act out of self-interest. Your value to others is conditional. You are only as important as the advantage you give them. And the moment that advantage disappears, so does their loyalty. This is not cruelty. It is nature. And the moment you accept this, you begin freeing yourself from emotional slavery. People suffer because they assume their pain matters to others. They take betrayal personally. They spiral over disrespect. But those actions are rarely about you. They are about what others hope to gain. Machiavelli would remind you, most of what people do to you is not personal. It is strategic. If someone insults you, it is often to elevate themselves. If someone ignores you, it is to make you chase. If someone lies, it is because the truth does not serve their purpose. And when you react, when you become angry, offended, heartbroken, you give them power. They see your weakness. They know they can reach you. That is how control works. If you want to be immune to manipulation, you must stop giving people that access. Stop taking things personally. Stop expecting fairness. Stop assuming people act from conscience. Start observing. Start calculating. Ask yourself, what does this person gain from treating me this way? What role do I play in their agenda? That shift from emotional reaction to strategic thinking is the beginning of your strength. But to truly become unaffected, you must also eliminate the behaviors that expose you. Stop over-explaining yourself. People do not care about your reasons. They care about outcomes. Stop seeking sympathy. Most people tolerate your pain until they can benefit from it. Stop oversharing your doubts, your wounds, your guilt. They are not truths to display. They are tools others can use against you. Machiavelli would say, guard your inner world like a fortress. Say less, show less, be unreadable because the less they see, the less they can attack. This world does not reward emotional depth. It rewards emotional discipline. Most people are slaves to their feelings. They rise and fall based on someone else's attention, someone else's approval, someone else's rejection. But you must build your worth on something untouchable. When you no longer need validation, when praise does not inflate you and criticism does not break you, you become something rare, something dangerous. That is the moment you step into true freedom. You are not cold. You are calm. You are not numb. You are clear, and in that clarity, you gain the ultimate power, indifference. Indifference is not carelessness. It is control. It is the ability to decide what deserves your reaction. It is the ability to walk away from anything that weakens you. It is the ability to say, you cannot move me, not anymore. Machiavelli said, it is better to be feared than loved. But beyond that lies something greater, to fear nothing and expect nothing from anyone. That is how you become untouchable. That is how you silence the world. That is how no one and nothing will ever disturb you again. If you want to become truly untouchable, you must destroy the second root of vulnerability, your emotions. Most people are ruled by their feelings. They pretend to be logical. They claim to be strong, yet one insult breaks them. They claim confidence, yet one rejection shatters their identity. That is because they are not in control. Their emotions are. Machiavelli understood that a ruler, or any powerful man, must never be governed by feeling. Emotion is weakness. Emotion is exposure. Emotion is the crack through which your enemies enter. If someone can trigger your anger, they control your reaction. If someone can trigger your sadness, they control your spirit. And if someone can manipulate your guilt, they control your decisions. You are not free if others can force a response from you. To be free, you must become emotionally disciplined, not lifeless, but deliberate. Use your emotions like weapons, not like chains. If charm serves you, use it. If silence intimidates, remain silent. If anger creates fear, direct it. But never let your emotions command you. Never let them erupt without control. Never let anyone see what truly affects you, because the moment they do, they will use it against you. This world is not kind to openness. It rewards composure, mystery, and self-mastery. The man who feels everything loudly will always be ruled by those who reveal nothing. Learn to sit with discomfort without reacting. Learn to hear insults without defending yourself. Learn to feel pain without announcing it. Most people search for someone to confide in when they hurt, someone to unload their emotional weight. That is weakness disguised as honesty. You want strength? Carry your own pain. Fix your own chaos. Sit in silence and rebuild yourself in private. There is no honor in public vulnerability. There is only danger, because the more you reveal, the easier you are to destroy. Machiavelli would tell you to be a fox among wolves. Smile when it is expected. Laugh when it is strategic. But trust no one with your inner world. Keep your real emotions locked behind a mask. Let the world see only what is useful. You do not owe anyone the truth of your feelings, because the truth is most people do not care. And the few who pretend will use it when convenient. Stop seeking emotional safety from others. Become your own safety. Stop needing someone to validate your feelings. Validate them yourself, then contain them until they serve you. Self-control is a weapon. The less you react, the more others hesitate. The quieter you become, the stronger you appear. There is power in unpredictability. When people know how you will respond, they prepare. But if you remain unreadable, calm when anger is expected, silent when outrage is anticipated, smiling when sadness is assumed, you gain psychological dominance. You become a mystery they cannot solve. And in that confusion, they lose control. Train yourself. Emotional detachment is not natural. It is built through repetition and discipline. Observe your triggers. Who unsettles you? What words provoke you? What situations weaken you? Now break them. Disrupt the pattern. When insulted, do not reply. When disrespected, let them speak into emptiness. When abandoned, do not chase. Learn restraint. Learn stillness. Let your silence speak, because silence is not weakness. Silence is authority. Silence makes people question. It shifts the power balance. The less you say, the more they project. The less you reveal, the more they fear. Machiavelli said, "A wise man must appear merciful, faithful, humane, but must know how to be the opposite when required." That is emotional power, to show what works and hide what is real. Control is everything, and you cannot control the world until you control yourself. If you want to become immune to the world, you must master the environment you live in. That means understanding people, not as they pretend to be, but as they truly are. Most people walk blindly, believing appearances. They trust words. They judge faces. They mistake politeness for loyalty, flattery for respect, and emotion for truth. But Machiavelli knew better. He knew that most people are driven by ambition, fear, greed, or desperation. Even when they smile, even when they compliment you, they calculate. Everyone has a motive. Every friend, every ally, every partner, even those who seem kind, are guided by self-interest. The weak say, "I thought he would never do that to me," or "she is different." But the moment someone gains power over you, emotionally, financially, socially, they change. Or more accurately, they reveal who they always were. That is why trust is dangerous, not because betrayal is rare, but because betrayal is common. If you are shocked when someone turns on you, you never truly understood them. A Machiavellian mind expects betrayal, plans for it, uses it. Stop judging people by their words. Study their patterns. Do not ask, "What are they saying?" Ask, "What are they avoiding?" Do not ask, "Do they care about me?" Ask, "What do they want?" Every smile hides desire. Every compliment hides motive. Once you think this way, disappointment fades. You are no longer naive. This is not paranoia. It is perception. Become the one who listens in silence and watches from distance, because most truths are never spoken aloud. People reveal themselves in details, in how they speak of others, how they treat those beneath them, the envy they fail to hide. When you succeed, listen for tone. Detect leverage. When someone says, "I care," ask what they gain. When someone promises permanence, ask what happens when it becomes inconvenient. This is not cynicism. It is clarity. They will call you cold, distant, untrusting. Let them. People fear those they cannot deceive. A clear mind cannot be manipulated. To be Machiavellian is not to reject connection. It is to control it, to decide who gets access and who gets nothing. Trust must be earned slowly and withdrawn quickly. Offer nothing you cannot afford to lose. No more than you say. Say less than you think. Let others underestimate you. It makes them careless. Never reveal your strategy. Make your life unreadable and your thoughts unpredictable. This is how you survive among liars and opportunists. The prince who trusts too easily falls first, but the one who observes quietly, who plays the game without revealing his hand, that man outlasts them all. If you want peace, stop trusting appearances. If you want power, study motives. If you want to be unaffected, anticipate betrayal before it happens. The man who sees what is coming never bleeds, and that is who you must become. Now confront the deepest vulnerability, emotional dependency. Most people base their worth on how they are seen, how much attention they receive, how much affection they are given. When that disappears, they collapse. That is not love. That is addiction. Machiavelli would say the man who depends on affection becomes a servant to it. He sacrifices reason for approval. He trades power for belonging. Break this pattern. Become someone who does not rely on anyone emotionally. Build yourself so firmly that whether surrounded or alone, you remain the same. People will leave. People will forget. Your strength must not. It must come from within, something untouchable. Ask yourself, who are you without validation? Who are you when unseen? Most avoid the answer, so they chase distraction, but Machiavelli would advise the opposite. Turn inward. Make your mind your kingdom, your thoughts your fortress, your standards your guide. When you no longer depend on others for meaning, you are free. No one can take what you never surrendered. This does not mean isolation. It means identity without negotiation. You do not need love to feel worthy. You do not need applause to believe in yourself. You do not need noise to escape silence. Silence reveals strength. If you can sit alone without panic, you become solid, self-contained. That is Machiavellian power, to need nothing, owe nothing, and feel nothing that can be used against you. Build a life so complete that others become optional. Accept love, but never depend on it. Accept praise, but never chase it. The moment you need something, you surrender control. The one who needs nothing holds the power. Appear as others expect, but require nothing. Remove the habits that weaken you. Learn solitude, not to reject others, but to stand without them. Now you understand. This is sovereignty, not begging for validation, not fearing rejection. You become presence, not noise. Control of thought, control of reaction, control of desire. In a world ruled by emotion, the one who rules himself rules everything. Machiavelli did not write for the moral man. He wrote for the man who intends to win. To win, you must see reality clearly. Cold, strategic, unforgiving. Stop expecting kindness. Use cruelty as fuel. The strongest man speaks least. He does not prove. He knows. He sees. He decides. Let others chase chaos. You remain still. Observe. Act only when necessary. And when you act, be final. A king does not argue. A king does not react. A king chooses. Being unaffected does not mean feeling nothing. It means deciding what deserves emotion and what deserves silence. Your mood is not dictated by those who do not matter. Your peace is self-built. They will say, you changed. Let them. You owe no one your vulnerability. Your life is not comfort for others. It is strategy. You became untouchable through discipline, through rejecting emotional slavery. Machiavelli said it is better to be feared than loved. But the deeper meaning is this. It is better to be prepared, to be controlled, to be immune. Love fades. Loyalty breaks. Control remains. You are no longer fragile. You walk into chaos steady, unmoved. You are not shaken by storms. You are the storm. No one and nothing will ever affect you.